Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning and for the next 7 days you don't open Instagram, TikTok, X, Snapchat, or any other social media app. Your thumb will still move toward the screen out of habit, but you stop yourself. No scrolling, no notifications, no constant drip of other people's lives. Just a quiet phone and a mind that slowly starts to notice what fills the silence. Most people imagine this week would feel boring or inconvenient, maybe even isolating. But a new study from 2025 suggests something very different. That even a short break can shift your mood, your attention, and the way your mind talks to itself. Researchers invited nearly 300 young adults to drastically reduce their social media use, from around 2 hours a day to less than 30 minutes. No preaching, no strict rules, just a gentle reduction. After 1 week, the effects were surprisingly strong. Anxiety dropped by around 16%. Depression symptoms fell by 25%. Sleep quality improved by roughly 15%. These are not small changes, and they didn't require therapy, medication, or lifestyle overhauls. Just one simple experiment. What happens if I look at my phone less? But numbers alone don't explain why such a short break has such a measurable effect. To understand that, you have to look at the subtle patterns in everyday life, the ones you probably don't even notice anymore. For example, think about the moment before you go to sleep. Maybe you lie down, open your phone, just for 5 minutes, and suddenly 20 minutes disappear. You scroll through filtered faces, bodies, routines, achievements, drama, all presented in quick, emotionally charged bursts. Your brain processes all of that stimulation right before sleep, which makes your thoughts noisy and your body more alert than it should be. A break from this habit alone can shift your sleep cycle. Or consider the morning. Many people open their phone before they even stand up. Before their mind forms one original thought, they are already absorbing the thoughts, emotions, complaints, celebrations, and curated lives of hundreds of other people. If your first mental input of the day is comparison, conflict, or overstimulation, your emotional baseline becomes shaky, even if nothing is objectively wrong in your own life. Another pattern, the micro check. You pick up your phone when you're waiting for the kettle to boil, for the elevator to arrive, for your friend to text back. These tiny moments used to be pauses, blank spaces where your brain reset. Now they are filled with quick hits of content that fragment attention. You never feel fully present because your brain is trained to expect stimulation every few minutes. Reducing social media use interrupts this cycle and gives your brain longer, uninterrupted stretches of mental rest. And rest is not boring, it's repair. But the effect goes deeper than stimulation. Social media often shapes how you see yourself. Quietly, subtly in the background. You might notice this when you compare your life to others' highlights. Someone's vacation, someone's body, someone's relationship, someone's productivity routine. Even if you don't consciously compare, the images still set a standard in your mind. Over time, you feel a pressure you can't name. A pressure to improve something about your life that wasn't actually bothering you until you saw someone else's version of perfect. A week without this constant comparison creates space to hear your own thoughts again, not the algorithm's version of what your life should look like. There's also the reward system. Social media operates on intermittent reinforcement, the same psychological pattern that makes slot machines addictive. Sometimes you open the app and nothing interesting happens. Other times you get a funny video, a message, a like, something emotionally rewarding. That unpredictability hooks the brain. During a week without social media, this reward system starts to calm down. The urge to check your phone becomes weaker. That restless, low-grade anticipation fades. Your mind stops scanning for the next hit. What many people report during a break is something they didn't expect. A sense of returning to themselves. Not a big spiritual moment, more a subtle shift. You notice things again. Small details, your breathing, a sound outside, the way your thoughts slow down when they aren't constantly interrupted. You might even notice emotions you've been avoiding, because social media makes it easy to distract yourself from anything uncomfortable. For some, the first 2 days of a detox are the hardest. The restlessness peaks. Your hand moves automatically toward your phone. You feel like you're missing out. But this discomfort is interesting. It reveals how strong the habit loop has become. After day 3 or 4, the urge drops. By day 5, many people report feeling lighter, as if some background pressure was released without them noticing. This doesn't mean the apps are evil or that quitting permanently is the only healthy choice. Social media connects people, informs them, inspires them, entertains them. The point is not to demonize technology. The point is to see its influence clearly. A 1-week break is not a rejection, it's a recalibration. So what does that week actually look like in everyday life? In the evening, instead of scrolling, you might sit in silence for a moment and realize you're tired earlier than usual. You go to bed without the mental noise of 200 images in your head. You fall asleep faster. In the morning, instead of checking your feed, you have a small moment where your mind wakes up slowly, not drowned in information. During the day, you might notice that conversations feel more engaging because you're not half distracted. You might feel less irritated, less overwhelmed. You might even rediscover boredom, which sounds negative. But boredom is actually the birthplace of creativity and clarity. And then there's the emotional shift. Without constant comparison, your self-evaluation becomes more stable. You don't see 20 people achieving something before breakfast. You don't see perfect bodies, perfect days, perfect relationships. You see your life imperfect, real, grounded. And instead of feeling behind, you feel present. If you want to try this yourself, you don't need strict rules. You can experiment. You can start with limits. No social media 1 hour before sleep. No social media until after breakfast. Check only at 2 set times a day. Or delete the apps for 7 days and reinstall them afterward. Some people find it easier to replace the habit rather than remove it. A short walk, reading a few pages, listening to quiet music. These small rituals help the brain transition away from the stimulus loop. The point isn't to become disciplined. It's to observe, to see how your mind reacts when you reduce the noise. You might find that you sleep better, that you feel calmer, that your thoughts move in longer, smoother lines instead of sharp, fragmented jumps. Or maybe you discover something unexpected, like loneliness you haven't addressed or stress you've ignored. That's not failure. That's information. The value of the detox is not the detox itself. It's the insight that comes after. How do you want to use social media intentionally instead of reflexively? What actually nourishes your mind and what drains it? Which habits help you feel grounded and which pull you away from yourself? A 7-day break won't fix your life. It won't erase anxiety or sadness, but it can give you a clearer view of what your mind needs and what it's been running away from. And sometimes clarity is the most powerful shift you can make. If this perspective helped you understand your own patterns a little better, consider subscribing for more grounded psychology insights.